The attic smelled of dust and forgotten years. At 60, Thomas Harper climbed the creaky wooden stairs, tasked with clearing out his late parents' home in a quiet Ohio town. Among cobwebs and cardboard boxes, an old leather suitcase caught his eye, worn, with brass latches rusted from time. The initials W.H., his grandfather, William Harper, were faintly etched on the lid. Thomas hadn't thought much about his grandfather, a man he barely knew, who died when Thomas was a boy. Family stories painted William as stern, a farmer who weathered the Great Depression with grit. Curious, Thomas unlatched the suitcase, the hinges groaning in protest. Inside, he found faded photographs, a pocket watch, and a bundle of letters tied with twine. With careful hands, Thomas untied the twine and opened the first letter, dated 1932. The handwriting was steady, purposeful. William's words to his wife, Margaret. Dearest Margaret, the bank took the Johnsons' farm today. Folks are hurting, but I've been sharing our grain with neighbors. It's not much, but it keeps their kids fed. I've organized the men to rebuild the old schoolhouse, keeps us busy, gives us hope. Yours forever. William Thomas's throat tightened. He hadn't known this side of his grandfather. William wasn't just a survivor, he was a pillar, quietly helping his community through the darkest days of the Great Depression. Letter after letter revealed more. William trading tools for labor, teaching kids to read in the evenings, even giving his own coat to a homeless man during a brutal winter. Among the letters, Thomas found a yellowed newspaper clipping from 1933. Local farmer rallies community amid hardship. A grainy photo showed William, tall and lean, standing with a group of men and women, their faces worn but hopeful. The article described how William's selfless acts kept the town alive. Thomas sat back, the suitcase open before him. His life felt small in comparison. Retired, widowed, and drifting through days, Thomas had grown distant from his daughter, Emily, and his neighbors. He thought of his own complaints, rising costs, a divided world, and how trivial they seemed to William's sacrifices. One letter, written in 1934, struck him deeply. Margaret, hard times test us, but kindness binds. U.S. If we lift each other, no depression can break us. William Thomas's eyes stung. He saw his grandfather's legacy not in wealth, but in compassion. That night, he couldn't sleep, William's words echoing in his mind. The next morning, Thomas drove to the local community center, a modest building where volunteers served meals and taught classes. Hesitant, he stepped inside, greeted by warm smiles. "Can I help?" he asked. The director, grateful, handed him an apron. Thomas started small, serving soup, chatting with folks down on their luck. Weeks passed, and Thomas found purpose. He organized a tool drive, taught woodworking to kids, and even reconnected with Emily, who joined him one weekend to pack care kits. One evening, as they sorted donations, Emily smiled. "Grandpa William would be proud, Dad," Thomas nodded, glancing at the old suitcase now resting in his living room, a reminder of his grandfather's lessons. With a full heart, he stepped into each day, carrying forward a legacy of kindness, knowing small acts could mend a community and a family.